Hello there, hello there, hello there. I'm going to make a quick video this afternoon. I'll explain what it is as we play, I guess, but let's jump in. This is a little video game that I made last year, which would have been 2015, during October. Let's jump right in, we'll go through. We'll look at this later. I just want to jump straight in. So, in case you haven't guessed already, this is Zaxxon. Jesus, it's called Hexxon, but the game is. Whoop, Christ. It's Zaxxon, but Zaxxon, but bad, I think, is a fair description. There are certain parts of Zaxxon that aren't. Oh Jesus. Okay, we got our dust, our fuel. If you notice in the bottom left, there's a fuel counter that is ticking down. You hit these, pick up the cloud that floats up, and it refills. No, there we go. You hit the red imp. You get decent points off the imps. Whoa, that was close. I think we took a. Whenever you oh jeez, that meow sound. That is my cat. What was the contrivance that I came up with? Yeah, she's a witch, so she has 9 lives, or her cat has 9 lives, and she... How loud is this music? Can you hear me over this music? I'm sorry, the volumes are all whack. Yeah, the cat has 9 lives, and after all the cat's lives are gone, the witch will die, and you get frogs. I'll explain more about this monstrosity. Oh, gee, oh shit. Later. And then, so we've done 3 hits with this, the bullet, and now we can use the spell. Oh, we can get it in the eye. Evil demon defeated. Let me quickly run through, I'll take this opportunity just to run through how the scoring works. So you can see we have a base score of 1075, that's from shooting the zombies and the red imps and picking up frogs. That's our base score. Then for every frog that you pick up you get a multiplier, so we're adding an extra, it's doubling there, but well, it'll be ×1 and adding that on. And then we have 4 lives left, so our cat is, what would that be, 4 times happy? And then we get again that multiplied by 4. Adds up to 6,450. My high score is just under 16,000. So essentially the idea is you want to be finishing the game with lots of frogs without taking any damage and with a high base score. Combining all 3 of those things is surprisingly difficult, I've found. So what I'm wondering here is, yep, I never did. So when I made the game, which button do I press now to carry on? I'll try clicking the mouse. No, that doesn't work. The button you press is the space bar, but it doesn't tell you anywhere on this. That's great. Wait, no, it's not even the space bar. I am the worst UI designer. It's R for reset. The R key will take us back to the start. Or I guess you could press escape to go back to the front screen. So, to start off with, you want to hit this, pick up the dust, and then let's turn you into a frog and not pick up the frog. That's not optimal. So, to get points, oh jeez, shooting the demons with the spell is very good. Oh my god, can we hit you? No, we can just crash into you and lose a life. In true to... There we go. Okay, we got some decent points there. True to Zaxxon style, being mindful of where your actual shadow is on the floor because of the way this fake 3D works. Oh jeez. Oh god. Well, what do we have? 4 cats, 3 frogs. It's not terrible. So the only danger that this poses you is if you don't hit one of the eyes, the bullet will bounce back, and if it hits you, take a life off, which is like that. Which is obviously gonna... Jesus Christ. Oh god. Which is going to impact on your score. I'm a little bit low here. Let's go up a bit. Try and time it and get the spell in. So you can see we have a better score. Less modifiers, but just the higher base brings it back up. Okay, let's try a serious run. I'll try less commentary here and just actually try a decent run at the game. Frog, pick up. There's another frog over here. Pick you up. Let's see if we can get you. Okay, we're doing well. Let's see if we can get you. Nope, we missed. We want some dust, but that looks dangerous. I don't want to collide. Let's get some more frogs. Ugh. We missed the dust there. There, we crashed into the trash can, but we did pick up the dust. So we took damage, but we did... Oh god. I said I wasn't going to commentate on this one, but I guess... What happens if you can't use the spell on the... One hit you? No, I'm not, because I am not lined up at all. Let's climb in. So will we beat that last score? I don't know. This boss is going to be just very irritating. Oh, why did I do that? Spell. Yeah. In Zaxxon, when you went left or right or up or down, your movement was very predictable. Oh god, it was just a flat speed, from my memory at least. When I was making this, I gave the witch, because she's flying a broomstick, it's very floaty. Oh shit. Ugh. Oh god. It's way harder to control than Zaxxon. Oh Jesus. Arguably. This is not an easy game to... I think I didn't hit any of those, I just crashed into them. I'm going to run out of dust. And I didn't pick up the dust. Do I have any more cans? There's one over here. And I missed it. Nah, ran out of dust and crashed there. For all my complaints about this, I was really proud of it. This is the first game, the only game I've ever made. There was a game jam on the NeoGAF forums based on the Game Maker engine. And there was a sale on. I think the reason for the game jam was the Game Maker engine, the people that make it, Yo-Yo Games, were having a sale. So it was something like crazy, like 90% off. I picked up the whole engine, the whole thing for like $20 or something. And as part of the game jam, the idea was, hey, if you've never made a game before or whatever, just we're going to make a Halloween themed game during the month of October. And I dived in just as a little hobby project. And I think, considering I've never coded before, I've no complaints really, considering my lack of experience. To end up with something like this, I can't really grumble. Jesus. That fence there was a real pain, I remember. It has collision, except for the door there. Sometimes it looks a bit wonky. My hit detection was certainly much less than ideal. Where was this one? Can I get you? Yes, we can shoot you. Can we get you? No. It's got a frog. Oh, I'm scratching my mouth. Ah, shit. It's got a frog there. Try to get this dust. Nope, we didn't go up. There is definitely an optimal way to play this. Like, I think it would be possible to get a really high score in here if you... theoretically. Ah, sugar. I just, I don't have the Zaxxon skills to manage it. Especially, I mean, yeah, let's... So one of the techniques in Zaxxon is you would shoot a bunch, and as long as it was going through these force fields, you knew that you could get through. one here, which we can get. There's one here, which we did not get. Let's get this frog. Okay, now we're cooking. No, we didn't pick up the dust. We didn't pick up the dust, we're just losing cat lives. And all the time we're doing this, we're not picking up any score. Can I get... no. I don't know if you get points for colliding into the... Jesus. That... Okay, so one thing I can say is, as long as the game doesn't completely bounce off you and you hate the feel of it, it's certainly got a little bit of an addictive quality. When you... I think the main problem I have with it is I really don't like the boss at the end. He's just... oh jeez. Okay, well we got our dust. He's just no fun to fight. Yeah. But the boss was very much a... there's 5 days left and I haven't done anything for a final part of the game. I'm going to try and make it to the boss and then I'm going to explain what you're looking at, because the boss by design doesn't fit with the rest of the graphics. Obviously I've gone for this pixely... oh jeez. It's not a great start. So I'm not going to care too much about score. I'm just going to try not to crash into any sandbags. The boss looks bizarre for a reason. It's not to say because he isn't. He's not a fun thing to fight. He doesn't attack back. The music is a little bit irritating, arguably. Give me a trash can so I can... ah, jeez. Okay, we're getting close. Okay, we picked up some dust. We can get this one. Go up. Okay, I think we should be okay now. So what are we looking at here? I did not draw this boss. Christ almighty, it's terrible. It's horrendous. I opened up, and I forget whether it was Dark Souls 1 or Dark Souls 2. I opened up one of the Dark Souls. I think it was Dark Souls 1. I went into character creation mode and just made the most hideous looking character, a real monster factory monstrosity. And then took 3 different pictures with my phone camera of the TV, just straight up, just taking a picture of the TV. Changing sliders. So you can see his nose going in and out. That's me smacking a slider from 0 to 50 to 100. Took those 3 pictures, threw them on the computer and made this wonderful little animation of his face throbbing, and then just did all this silly effect stuff. I don't know if it's obvious, the goal here is to hit the eye with the bullets 3 times, but they do bounce off the face, and then you can shoot him with the other attack, the spell. Get in the eye, and then you have that funny effect. A little victory fanfare, and we get a score of... so yeah. So I don't know. Maybe that's all I need to say about the game. It is difficult. But there's that really high score. If you can have all your lives left, if you can have a ton of frogs, and if you can use your alt attack, the spell, to be hitting the red imps. I think you get 500 points every time you hit them. You're going to have massive score. Like, I don't know how high up it's going to go, but it's going to be much bigger than this 16,000 that I have. What was the... because you use the spell to turn the zombies into frogs, which you want to pick up for your multiplier. I think it's 100 if you shoot a zombie, and then you get 75 for picking up the frog. So slightly less base score, but the frog is obviously going to pay for itself tenfold. And the red imps, if you shoot them with your bullets, it actually bounces off, similar to the boss. So you don't want to be doing that. But I think the design that I went with, the reasoning for the design is that your spell is a lot slower and you can't mash the buttons out as much. So it is more difficult. I forget. I'll do a couple more runs. I'll put, this probably is pointless, but on the off chance that anyone thinks this looks enjoyable, you want to have a go at beating my high score. If you're a Zaxxon fanatic and you just haven't played a game like this in a long time, this kind of pseudo 3D isometric shooter, oh geez, because it is so strange because of the depth perception. It is all about your altitude meter at the top, ooh shit, coupled with where your shadow is on the ground. Oh no, I pressed the wrong button. Crap. If that makes sense. It makes perfect sense to me, but I don't think I'm whoa! I don't think I'm explaining it very well. Sure, we can leave it there. Let's go back to the main menu. I'll just run through a few things. I did manage to put in. We can turn this off because we've been listening to that a lot. There's an invert Y option if anyone cares. I guess some people do. So I mean, this makes sense, right? The up input W. Or up arrow, I guess. But I didn't put arrow keys in. It's only WASD. You press up on controls, and that's either gonna make you gain altitude or pitch you forward. Both of those make sense written down, I think. Only one of them makes sense to me in my head, which is why I go for this one. But for some people, it's the other way around, and this will make sense in their head. I would like to think that everybody can agree that both are reasonable options. I see a lot of arguing about, oh my god, you use invert Y. I don't think it's a problem. So there are controls here. So I have mentioned here that R key is restart. That's no excuse not to have it on the screen though at all times. What strategies did I put in here? Use both your shadow and your altitude meter, yeah, to help target your enemies, which is true. That's classic Zaxxon requirements. So did I mention that? So yeah, hex shot and hex spell. I just call it bullets and spells. I don't know. So the bullet travels faster than the spell. And I think the reason why you can't mash it is, no, that's not true. You can have more than one projectile on the screen. So don't collide with anything. And you can use your weapons to check if it's a threat. The dust from the trash cans. If desperate, you may also consider crashing into the trash can, though this will cost you a life. It's embarrassing how often I have to resort to that. That's explaining the contrivance with the cat, where Meg's so-called 10 lives is in effect her single life plus the 9 lives of her cat, the sacrificial familiar. She likes frogs, you know. So there's a happy cat bonus at the end. I guess a happy Meg, a happy witch bonus, because she got a bunch of frogs. So what is this saying for score strats? Just basically saying how it works, nothing specific. Oh, key to achieving a high score. I was so, when I typed this, I was probably so earnest and passionate about it. Now, kind of 6 months removed, it all feels a little bit, I don't know. I shouldn't mock my enthusiasm. I was really on a high after spending 30 days or 31 days making a video game. All this was done really last minute, like maybe the last morning, even. So I was on a bit of a high that I'd actually sort of managed to make a functional video game. And then there's just some thank yous, mentioning the gaff thread. I mentioned Tom Francis at Pentadact. His game maker tutorials were 100% critical, absolutely key in this being a thing that ended up existing. That's it. Okay, I'll probably call it there. This logo slightly inspired by the original Zaxxon logo, just a bit. But yeah, if you managed to, if you're still watching this, I'm not sure what reasons you have, but I hope they're good reasons. I'm sure they must be. So yeah, thank you for persevering through this. I'll drop a link for the game in the description, and maybe you might want to give it a go. I don't know. One last thing, yeah. I had no video game making experience when I started this project. Literally zero. No coding experience, no video game making experience. Maybe you don't have any experience either, and you want to make a video game. It's doable. You could end up with something as daft and irritating to play, but somehow still satisfying. You can do this also. It was fun to do, and I'm really glad I did it. I can now say I have made a video game, and I'm perfectly content with that. Maybe I'll make some more, but I can at least say that I've made one. Yeah, give it a go. Game Maker is pretty cool. It was very gentle to me. Yeah, take it easy. All the best. Bye bye.